Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you goodnight, 'cause I'll find no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell you goodnight, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
All right. It is Wednesday, hump day. You know what you did. You know what you did. You made it halfway through the week. It's almost Christmas time. If you haven't had a chance to watch The Grinch, Charlie Brown's Christmas, A Christmas Carol, Elf, any of those Christmas movies, if you haven't heard Donny Hathaway's This Christmas, if you hadn't had a chance to hear the Temptations' Silent Night, if you haven't heard any of those songs yet, you need to be rushing to get your Christmas spirit on. It is almost that time, man. I'm telling you, count down. Tonight's topic, this is going to be a short live stream because we are all going to be heading over to El Guapo's Beautiful Lives in about an hour. We're going to follow his channel and we're going to be over there live on El Guapo's, yes, Beautiful Lives this evening. Oh yeah. So I'm going to be dropping the link all evening for guys to be able to, and ladies, Miss Take Heat is in the building representing the ladies. So we're going to make sure that we definitely go over there in about an hour to El Guapo's Beautiful Lives. But as for now, we're going to be talking about tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is, all week long, Richie Mack has gone viral in regards to the video of the American wife in Thailand. And at the end of the day, she's proven one thing, gentlemen and ladies: foreign wives save lives. Now, when I say foreign wives save lives, I don't mean in the sense of that if you only have a foreign wife, then you in trouble. And I'm not saying that you have to have a foreign wife, but when I'm talking about the behavior patterns of many of those in the community is so out of hand that it will impact your life, guys. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You can try to convince somebody that hasn't gone to another country that America is the number one place to find a wife. There is no stats that say that. I'm going to repeat this. There is no stats that say that if you marry a woman in the United States, you have the best chance to have a marriage for longevity. It's actually the opposite. In the United States, we all know that there is 50-50 chance your marriage ain't gonna make it. We know, would you drive a car that you had a 50-50 chance that it's gonna break down after you leave the car lot that you purchased it from? We all know statistically, you guys have heard me say this several times, statistically, when it comes to step parents relationships, the average marriage only lasts 50%, 51% is divorce. But did you know this? Of step parents, blended families, 66% divorce rate. So if you marry a woman that has a child, or ladies, you marry a man that has a child, you have a 66% chance it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work, boo. In normal divorce situations, we know that over 80% of all divorces, 77% actually, are filed by women. We've heard that plenty of times. But when it comes to step parent blended family scenario, did you know that 61% are filed by the men? Yes, 61% of the time of that 66% chance that you got to get it, the chance that you'll get a divorce as a step parent, 61% of the time, it's the stepdad that's like, I'm out of here. I'm not about to do this. This is the United States. This is not the norm in many other countries. So when you hear me make the statement that foreign wives save lives, well, there's a little bit of ability to that compared to the stats that you have back home in the States. We've already saw one example of a woman in Thailand. We've seen that all week, all over YouTube, all over Instagram, TikTok. She's everywhere. Her and her husband zoomed to Thailand, and she was so masculine and she was so disrespectful in Richie Mac's house, didn't let him get a word in edgewise, that she was a perfect example of why men are zooming to any other country to find a wife or find a girlfriend, but the United States. And now I'm going to give you another example of a woman following passport bros to another country, this time Colombia, here in Colombia, following brothers to Medellin. There's already one sister that already put a video out on brothers in Cartagena. These are not examples of wives that'll save your life, that'll make your life better. But before we get started, you know how we do. Let's do some shout outs. All right, we got my man Trey in the building. Numero uno, good evening. Once again, as I said, this live stream is going to be about an hour, and then we're all going to head over to Beautiful Lies. I'm going to be putting a link in the description because myself and El Guapo are going to be coming together and continue on this particular topic when it comes to foreign lives, foreign wives, and what it's like, because he's married to a Colombiana, I'm married to a Colombiana, and I think we can give you a little bit of tips on what it's like to have a wife from another country and what's the benefits of it. My man Mike Lowry is in the building. Yes, sir. Let's go, OG. He said your channel has been slept on for a while. Kind of feel like Kevin Samuels back when he talked to men. Yes. It's kind of funny. Our channel is starting to take off over the last like 3 months, just like crazy. We're only 900 away from 10,000 subscribers on this particular channel. Now, mind you, as you guys can see in the background, we already got our YouTube award because we're at 100 on one of our other channels. We're at 126,000 subscribers. So we already hit 100,000, but on this channel, we'll be cracking the 10,000 mark. And we are excited because why? Over 85% of YouTubers never make it to 10,000 subscribers. So we're excited about that. We're only 900 away. Back when he talked to men, I watched Kevin when he was talking to the dudes only. He said, I see your numbers creeping up. You noticed that, my friend. You noticed that. He said, breaking barriers. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for noticing that. And the lovely, beautiful, take heed to the message. She's always welcome here. And I got to set something up with you anyway, because I really want to have you on the show. I've been following you for quite a while. Shout out to you for being here. Shout out to my brother being here. And I dodged the trap. Yes, you did. That's how I feel when I left the United States. I won't even lie. And people think when you say you left the States and you say such good things about other countries that you don't like the United States anymore. That's far from the truth. We all truly love our home countries. I still wave my U.S. flag and got my U.S. t-shirts like everybody else. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy 4th of July like everybody else. I'm over here making macaroni and cheese for my wife just like everybody else. But that doesn't necessarily mean I have to live in a country where there's high inflation and live in a country that has the highest cost for medical. If you get sick in the United States, you just in trouble. Your kids ain't going to college. And speaking of college, one of the most expensive, if not the most expensive amount that you'll be paying for post-secondary education in the world. So even though I do love the United States, like I always say, I was born in the United States. but I might not have been born only for the United States. So shout out to US. He said, take heed. Did you clip your appearance on? I caught that. No, I didn't see that. I didn't know I was on Dennis's. I didn't know. Hey, your boy been on tour. Okay, I've been on tour on every YouTube channel, large and small. So a lot of times I'll get clipped on channels that I don't even remember or even know about it. So shout out to my man Dennis. Shout out to my man. Usually when I talk to these guys, I talk to them over the phone anyway. So we're conversing all the time. Shout out to my man Dennis. All right, let's scroll down a little bit further. Let me make sure I get everybody in. Leisure Life. I like that name, brother. He said, I haven't dated an American woman in over 8 years. I wouldn't doubt that. I'll be I think I'm at 8 years. I mean, I've been married to Andrea and been with her for 5, but yeah, right around the 8-year anniversary myself, my brethren. We got 45 people in the building. Click that like button. I like you. I really do. Make sure you like us too. Click that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Mr. Grapp himself, or is it Guap? Mr. Grapp? He said, that's funny. I'm just saying, bro. A lot of people don't know that stat. A lot of people don't know that stat about the stepfathers. Yeah, 61% stepfathers file a divorce. But check it out. Here's the other part of that stat from the ladies' perspective. They asked stepmothers when it came to being married, how do you feel about your marriage? 75% of stepmothers said, I'd never do it again. 75%. So 61% of men just filed for the divorce. Hey, I'm getting divorced. 75% of women may not necessarily get the divorce, but they said, if I had a choice, I would not do this again. I would not wish step parenting on my worst enemy. And that's what women are saying. Bobby the Space Ghost in the building checking in. Shout out to you, brother. Trey says that Black women are taking their poison overseas. The overseas overseer, like one brother said, in an effect to sabotage and poison the minds and culture of overseas women. Black women down bad. Yeah, it's looking bad for many sisters. Not all sisters, because I can say this with all sincerity. There's some great women in the United States. There's some women that are down for the brotherhood. There are some white women that are down for their men. Asian women that's down for, some really good, fit, feminine, friendly, supportive, submissive, this see the vision where the family could go, women in the United States. Don't think that there isn't. Only a fool would think that. But there are enough women that showcase so much feminine energy. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something for like all sincerity. All you brothers that live in New York, all that New York tri-state region, all that Jersey, I don't see how y'all do it. If I could say, and that's the first time I ever said this, if I could sit back and say anybody is my hero as far as dealing with masculine women, it's all y'all in that New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. I don't see how y'all do it, bruh. Y'all got the most masculine women, and they could be as cute as they want to be, but y'all do. How do y'all New Yorkers do it? And I'm not just talking about the sisters. I'm talking about just straight culture, just masculine energy everywhere in New York. That's all we see. And here's the other part. Y'all ready? I'm about to bust your head open. Y'all ain't even got the finest women. I could see if y'all had like fine women like Florida, Miami, Orlando, right? If y'all had some of them thick girls like them Texas gals, right? Y'all had them pretty faces, LA face with the Oakland booty. I wish y'all had that, right? Y'all New York women ain't ugly. I ain't saying they ugly. But what y'all tolerate with that masculinity, man, it's cold in New York, man. I don't see how y'all handle that masculinity, and y'all ain't even got the finest women in the union. At least let your women be looking better than Miami women if they're gonna be masculine like that. I ain't hating on New Yorkers. Ain't no hate, but I'm putting it out there. I'm saying what other men across the country think, okay? We think y'all women are masculine, and they ain't that fine to be acting like they all that. They cute, but they ain't all that fine. Ain't nobody rushing to New York saying, man, you see the New York women? I got to get me one of them. Nah. Even Jay-Z knew better than to do that one, okay? Okay. Shout out to my man Jimmy Jam in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Yeah, I'll give Andre a hug. Definitely I'll do that, brother. I got your back on that one. She should be here with us on Sunday, too. Oh, wait a minute. Sunday is Christmas Eve, so yeah, we'll be spending time with the family. Mr. Anderson's in the building. John's here. He said the government is going to catch on and they're not going to let us go overseas. No, I doubt that. I'll tell you why. The reason why I don't worry about anything when it comes to our passports, because there are too many corporate officials and big ballers and political cronies that need to fly in and out of the countries. Realize long before we were just traveling to enjoy or reestablish our lives, there have been big corporate individuals. There have been people that have been military. There have been people that have connections, can we put it like that need access to be able to fly in and out of the country and into other countries with no problem. So when it comes to the U.S. passport, nothing really going to change. Nothing's really. You're going to find a few countries like Brazil saying, hey, y'all need a visa. But yeah, okay, cool. But once you apply for the visa, it's good for 10 years anyway. It's not like you got to apply every time you turn around. It's good for 10 years. So, no biggie. But at the end of the day, the U.S. passport is nothing going to go wrong with it. It'll be a long time for the U.S. passport falters. It's just too many powerful people have passports that they need to use on a regular basis, like how we use ours, but even on a greater scale. Trey says, he said, I love America. I just don't want to become it. Yep. He said, I just don't like what it's become. Louis in the building. What's good, OG, triple OG? You, brother. It is hump day. Made it through the week, guys. We've made it through the week. Imam is in the building. Iman says, or Iman, how you pronounce it? Iman or Iman? And I've been saying that for months. He said, yeah, those student loans went up like crazy after I graduated in 2016. Yikes. Yeah, bruh. As an ex-college recruiter, the benefit I had of going to school, the benefit I had as being a college recruiter, whatever school I worked for, I could go for free. So those are the great benefits I had for my post-secondary education. Southeast Champ says this. He said, I've been with this Thai woman for 2 years. She's the one. Needless to say, I'm about to head back to the States to finalize this divorce, and I'm never turning back. Do it, brother. Do it. I talked to a brother earlier about a situation like that. You guys have heard my story in regards to getting wrap up anything that you need to wrap up in the States. Don't bring any bad juju with you to another country. I mean that, guys. I mean in all sincerity. One of the secrets that I noticed was the spiritual life or the invisible world or the lower man, if you want to put it that way, that I would bring with me to another country. So any loose ends I needed to wrap up in the United States, you need to file for a divorce, get that taken care of. You need to get your credit back on track, get that taken care of. You need to go ahead and sell this or donate this, whatever you guys got to do. Wrap up the loose ends. You do not want to be running back and forth to the States because of little things that I got to go back to the States because of this. That's why I've only been back to the States one time in 6 years. Why, Dre? You don't love the States? I ain't had no reason to go back. And when I did go back, I just went to go see my Uncle Jeffrey and a few family members and friends, and I left. I was only there for 3 days. That's the only amount of time I could take the States. For 3 days, I was like, oh, this is enough of this. 3 days. I got to go. I couldn't take it. I'm sorry. The United States was the girl, like I always say, the United States is the girl that I took to the prom. But she don't look like that no more. Yeah, she's different. Poor Man is in the building. Shout out to Poor Man and being in the building. Replay crew will be activated. Shout out to the replay crew. Tim Howard in the building as well. Shout out to you, brother. Now, as I was saying, guys, we got 73 in the building. All 73, including me, 74 of us, will be heading over to El Guapo's at 10 o'clock. We're going over to Beautiful Lies because I'll be the special guest on Beautiful Lies. So it'll be me and El Guapo still talking about this topic in regards to, because he's married to a Colombiana, I'm married to one. Foreign wives save lives. What do I mean when I say that? Am I specifically saying that men in the United States or in the UK should marry? No, I'm not saying that. Am I saying if you stay single, your life is going to be a travesty? I'm not saying that. But there are certain qualities that women in other countries have that, as we saw from watching Zoom to Thailand over the last couple of days, doesn't make the cut. Women in the United States, their behavior compared to women in other countries, it's completely different. You guys have seen that one video that was out. I wish I clipped it. You had the one sister in Africa giving her wedding vows, and then you had the other sister in America giving her wedding vows. 2 videos, 2 sisters, beautiful sisters. The sister in the United States, the pastor said, to love, yes. Honor, yes. Obey. We didn't talk about that. Pastor said, yes, we did talk about that, heifer. Don't you be lying on me and Jesus. Now, we talked about this obey several times during marriage counseling, and you said you was cool with it. Now you went in front of all these people. When I say love, honor, and obey, you want to look at me crazy. That's basically, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically how the video went. When it came to love, honor, obey, he didn't get the part cherish. He didn't get to that part yet. He basically, and when he said for richer and for poor, once again, the American wife, sister, she pauses. So you mean if he broke, if he lose his job, I still got to be with him? You mean if he ain't making 6 figures no more, and he only making 95 figures, I still got to be with him? You mean if he can't afford this Birkin bag for me, I still got to be with him? Hey, I'm telling you guys, many American wives will destroy your lives. Y'all keep on playing with American women in American laws. Some of y'all can't even afford the marriage, but even worse, many men can't even afford the divorce. The song is cheaper to keep her. It really is in the United States. Some of you dudes know you right now you separated from a woman, aren't you? Yep. You're in the separation right now. You know why? Because you cannot afford that divorce. Between the attorney fees and you losing 50% of your military pension or 50% of your retirement or your Social Security benefits or percentage of your Social Security benefits, you can't afford it. So you decide to just separate from her instead of filing for a divorce because you know divorce will break you. And if you in your 50s, you cannot economically bounce back from that in some cases. And so you separate from your woman. So even if you find the right lady, you're in a country where you will not find the right laws. The laws are skewed against men. And let's say you win the divorce, don't let no kids be involved because child support gonna break your back. All you do is just getting the protection, the paperwork to protect yourself. That doesn't mean anything. It protects you in regards to against a woman, but there is no paperwork to protect you against child support. Now let's go back to the video. As I was saying, One woman was basically telling the pastor, I'm not going to obey and I'm not going to honor, and I wish he would go broke. And this idiot, the brother standing right in front of the pastor, in front of the family, this woman looking you right in your face, telling you, I am never going to obey the vision of this family. You can forget that. I am never going to honor you. And if you lose your job, I'm either going to cheat or leave you. She's looking him right in the face. And this fool still had the audacity to put a ring on her finger. Now let's go to the video that we've all seen of the African woman. Her husband's name is Miles. You know why we know her husband's name is Miles? Because she said it so many times in the video. Remember, she got on both knees. Miles, I will always love you. Miles, I will always protect you and our family. Miles, you are the best thing that ever happened to me. Miles, Miles, Miles. That's why we know in the African video, she's got this beautiful white dress on, the headgear. She's looking makeup, looking wonderful. And she drops to her knees. Miles, I will always respect and honor and treat you as the loving man that you should be honored. This is in Africa. Foreign wives save lives. Now, I'm not saying that it's perfect in Africa. Nigeria has the highest rate of women that cheat on their husbands. I think somewhere in Asia is number one. Nigeria is number two. I forget where United States falls in that rank of women cheating. But yeah, there are countries out there where women cheat. So don't automatically assume that I got a foreign wife, I'm automatically got a good wife. But there are women out there, foreign wives do save lives. Let me get to this super chat from my brother, father of many nations, with the $5 super chat. Shout out to you. He said, blessings, fam. He said, now I'm nervous about being in Cali in February in a good way. You should be. I was nervous too, man. First time I came to Cali, Colombia, because I didn't know anybody at that time period. Everybody was going to Medellin, but I ended up coming to Cali anyway. And it was life-changing for me. And I was so glad because I wasn't around all those people that was going to the same city, Medellin. My brother says, same in Chicago. The women are mid, and they are right, but they are masculine, especially the South Side. So you could be the most beautiful women physically, but if you are masculine, if I see a woman that talks like this or talks like this, or if she coming at me and I can't get a word in edgewise, like on the Richie Mac Zoom to Thailand video, I'm telling you, bruh, I am not going to waste my energy. I'm a walk away king. Some of you dudes, y'all got a point to prove. So you're going to still sitting up there be arguing with her. Not Andre. Oh, I'm a walk away king. Women got a woman that's argued that would dare to argue with me. She realized she got to yell at the top of her lungs because I'm way down the street, bruh. No, that's not me. I ain't got to prove a point to a woman. Me and Andre don't argue anyway. We've never had a full blown out, let's act a fool argument. We have discussions. And the funny part is I keep my voice low because Andrea speaks so low. Andrea is so smooth and calm with her points that you just be like, you feel stupid if you raise your voice. So you be like, okay, let me go ahead and be cool. He said, going to Washington Heights, New York, bad Dominicanas. Yeah, I've heard about the Dominicanas in New York too. Yeah, y'all have fun with all that. Foreign wives do save lives. Shout out to my brother. He said airline catered to businessmen before 19. Oh, I'm dipping into somebody's conversation. Oh man, I need that hat. Lawrence, just put that hat in the box, ship that right on over to me. Shout out to my man. He said, I lived in Bronx and Jersey. Those women are rough and tough. Yeah, man. Anytime you live in a state where they got fight clubs for women, nah, man. My man Mike Lowry, he said, yep. He said, them white collar folks be flying and enjoying life outside the U.S. for decades, taking flights on the Concorde. Yes, way back in the day. I just watched a special on the Concorde. All right, let's get ready to get started on this video. Remember, we just talked about the woman with Richard Mack. So shout to Reg in the building as well. Cali. Hey, Reg, you got to hit me up, man. Let me know where you at so we can hang out. Let me know how long you're going to be here. Because, this weekend, Christmas weekend, and, I'll be busy. Now, Monday, Tuesday, I got you. It's going to be, this is a good time to be in Cali, man. The salsa festival this weekend, man, it's going to be parties for the next 2 weeks. Okay. As I was saying, we're going to look at a video of a woman that zoomed to Medellin, Colombia. She pretended like she was a Brazilian just to get free drinks from Passport Pookies. It wasn't Passport Bros. She wouldn't put it on us. Those were Passport Pookies. And then in the next video, she explains what she discovered, and much of it that she said that she discovered, we find out is a lie. So let's get started with the video. It says, me in Colombia pretending to be Brazilian, hanging out with Passport Bros to get free drinks. This is what she said. Now, this is the young lady right here. Flew all the way to Colombia just to hang out with Passport Pookies.
I'm looking to my left, I'm looking to my right, and I'm seeing nothing but prostitutes. Let's get into it. Her. Passport Bros.
This is her trying to slam the Passport Bros by spewing lies on us, trying to make it seem like what she saw with Passport Pookies is what Passport Bros do.
Colombia story time. So some of you might see my video where I was just, playing with the Passport Bros. I did a little bit of numbers. So I'm going to tell you guys the backstory of how we got there, So basically, I'm minding my business in Colombia, having an amazing trip. Oh my God. But then I go to Old Town. Old Town is basically the central where they have all the clubs. And you guys, it's flooded. It's flooded with walkers. Flooded. When I tell you any type, any kind, anything you want, they're there.
So she said she went to Old Town in Medellin, and it's flooded with walkers. Talk about pay for play. How does she know that these women are pay for play? Has she purchased pay for play before? Has she been pay for play before? Has she been involved with pay for play before? She just automatically assume if you see a place full of women, they got to be pay for play because this is Medellin, Colombia. She automatically assumes that. So what she's trying to do with her audience is lay a foundation of, I came to this one location that was full of pay for play, but hey, I wasn't one of them. Wait a minute. You just told us that you went to Medellin, flew all the way down there, just to scam dudes out of drinks. Just to scam men out of drinks. So how did they know that you weren't paid for play? But let's continue on with the video. Because as long as y'all deal with these are the women that y'all dealing with in the United States, guys. These women are so ornery that they're willing to take money out of their pocket to fly down to see what you're doing in another country. Like I said, foreign wives save lives.
If you're a woman and you're cute, they think you're probably one until they hear your English accent. But knowing who I am a social experiment type of girl. So I'm like, let's give them an accent. So this is like week 3 of the trip. It took me about week 3 of the trip. I'm seeing it every day. So I'm like, we're going to give them an accent. So we're giving them an accent. I'm just like, I see some guys looking at me and my friends like, oh, like, They're looking at you. I'm like, okay, well, if they come over here, I'm just gonna pretend to be from Brazil, so I'm talking like this now. So
that is the worst Brazilian accent I have ever heard. Brazilian women, when they speak English, they do not talk like that at all. That was horrible. I don't know what she was trying to imitate, but that was not Brazilian accent. Secondly, notice she just said, I've been there in Medellin, Colombia for 3 weeks, and I see this going on every day. So you've been over in this area that you call pay for play or is filled with women of the night, and you're over there, an American woman with your American girlfriends, and y'all over there and got nothing else to do for 3 weeks on vacation but to follow what young men are doing. That's how sad it is, guys. These are your women. Here's the catch. These are the women that y'all like to smash. These are the American women that y'all love so much. These are your sisters. The ones that talked down when Kevin Samuels died. The ones that mock and try to put down the passport bro movement. These are your sisters. Kumbaya. Kumbaya motherfucking ya. So when y'all marry them and the rest of us go to other countries and marry other women, you can't compare your woman to my woman, just like on Zoom to Thailand. You can't compare Thai women to that sister that was sitting on Richie Mac's couch embarrassing herself. No, guys, no. At the end of the day, it's sisters out there that do not care about you, and they are willing to take money out of their purse, fly to other countries, just so they can try to put down or spread rumors and lies about you guys that are traveling and enjoying your lives. That's how serious this is to them. That's how nosy they are. That's how they say hell has no fury. That means there is not one flame. There is not one flame burning in hell at this moment that is as strong and as furious and destructive as a woman scorned. Hell has no fury as a woman that is trying to destroy another person's life. That's sad. This sister is sad. The sister on Zoom to Thailand latest videos are sad. The sisters that are all up in Europe doing solo travel trips, but then they're going on TikTok showing themselves crying because they're so lonely. That's sad. One sister was in Morocco. She had just finished doing a day excursion with a whole group of people that she became cool with within a 5-hour excursion. But when it was time to eat dinner, she's in Morocco. And she said, I sat there and I had to take a picture of the moment because everybody else were in couples, whether it be friends or relationships. She said, and I sat there by myself. She said, and I took a picture of the saddest moment of my life. This was a sister. These are the ones that y'all marrying. The ones y'all bragging about. The ones y'all trying to get passport bros to go home to. This woman right here, the woman in Zoom to Thailand. Brothers are not going home to that mess. Like I continue to say, if you want to find a wife, I'm telling you, foreign wives save lives. And when I say that, I mean the right foreign wife, not all foreign wives. Let's continue on with the video.
they come up to me and I'm like, oh, hi, how you guys doing? I'm dancing, I'm just having a good time. They buy me some drinks, nothing major. We talk all night, we have a good time, no problem. Me and my friend, we leave, we go take pictures. No big deal. It wasn't a big deal, you guys, until it hit the internet. Until it hit the Twitter. Until it hit the Twitter and everybody went crazy like I was the person that did something wrong.
There we go again. Once again, let's pause right there. She really doesn't realize what she did was stupid and wrong. She really thinks by following men to Medellin, because women were not going to Medellin, Colombia. Let's be real. Until brothers start going. Sisters were not going to Cartagena, Colombia until they started seeing brothers going. Sisters weren't going to San Andreas. They weren't coming nowhere near Colombia because they thought it was too dangerous. But once they started seeing other black men going there, well, maybe under the auspices of being protected by the brothers that are going, maybe we could go. And then sisters start coming down to Cartagena and Cali and Medellin getting BBLs. And then they start coming back for another BBL because they wouldn't take care of the first one. Then they start coming down to Colombia. I mean, they start feeling comfortable with hanging out in Colombia without having BBLs or protection. But at the end of the day, what is these sisters doing? She really does not believe what she's doing is incorrect or something's wrong with it. What do we call people in the United States that follow other people for no damn reason? We call them stalkers. We call those people who a total stranger that pretends and lies just to be up under you is just like with a superstar or up under their favorite movie star. What do they call them? Stalkers. You brothers, you passport bros, you got sister stalkers. You got sisters that ain't just stalking you down the street. They not stalking you at the airport. They not stalking you only at the post office when you get your passport. They are literally getting on planes and stalking passport bros with no benefit for them, just so they can come back to the United States and look what I did. Look what I did. I got the passport bros, passport pookies to believe in me enough to where they thought I was a Brazilian and I got free drinks. Heifer, you telling me that you sat up there and spent $600 on a flight, $400 on an Airbnb, just so you could be up under the passport bros, take a couple of TikTok videos? What point did you prove? But here we go again. These are the women that keep asking you guys to marry them. They ask you to put your passport in your Jordan shoebox, stay in the United States, and marry them. Foreign wives save lives. Let's continue on with the video.
Did I do something wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. I was just having a good night. They're the ones, y'all. They're the ones going crazy, exploiting women in foreign countries for cheap sex. It's wild. It's absolutely insane what they're.
She said, they're the ones, guys. It wasn't me. It wasn't my fault, guys. I know everybody on the internet is coming down on me. I know my head is being smashed, but it wasn't me, guys. It wasn't me. I know I sat up there and lied to the passport pookies that were sitting at the table, and I pretended like I was another fucking culture. That's how delusional these women are. They're willing to fake like they're a totally different culture. And all you dudes in the United States are trying to justify this. You trying to justify, you don't defend the good women that's in the States. You justify the stupidest women that are in the United States. Oh, she cute. I'll smash her though. Some of you dudes, y'all come. You know what makes these dudes pookies? Not because they did anything wrong as far as we know. They probably were some good dudes. Here's what makes these dudes pookies. Because they couldn't tell the difference between an Afro-Colombian and a regular sister from the hood. They couldn't tell the difference between a true Brazilian accent of speaking English, or a woman pretending with some fake accent that didn't sound anything like she knew anything about Brazil or never ever been in Brazil. Guys, I'm telling y'all, if you want to have peace with traveling, I'm giving y'all a tip. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I know some brothers gonna call me, oh, Dre, you hating. Stay the fuck away from American women when they traveling. Let them be over there. You keep your ass over here. I'm telling you that not what I just heard, what I know. Whenever sisters come down to Cali, they ain't nothing but problems, bruh. Avoid sisters as much as you can. All sisters, every single freaking one of them, except maybe one or two that can cross the threshold like they got some dang sense. But I'm telling you guys, 99% of sisters that come down here don't dress right. They are embarrassing how they dress. They talk loud. You think I talk loud on this microphone? Sisters sound like they own microphones walking down the dang street in Medellin. Stop me when I'm lying. Tell somebody in the comment section, tell me I'm lying, that sisters ain't loud as a fuck in Colombia. Loud as hell. Weave everywhere. You walking around with all these Afro-Colombian sisters, all these Brazilian sisters, all these other sisters down here. And here come American women with that hard, crunchy ass weave that move with their head like it's a goddamn He-Man action figure toy. Hard weave, just moving with their whole head. Attitude about everything. I've seen sisters complain about everything. I don't drink that. What is that right there? What is this? Lulu. What type? This is a plant. This is a. I don't drink. That's no, thank you. No, thank you. Can I get away? No. You stay the hell away from them. You got on a. Let's put it like this. You got on a plane to get away from America, to compress, to sit back and relax. The last thing you need to be around is from stressful ass sisters. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Every single one of them, except maybe one or two of them that have come down here to Colombia, always were freaking embarrassing. Every single time. Guarantee. If you want to be embarrassed, get around some black women that come to Colombia. Colombian women looking at them like, why are they talking so loud? Why they are so ooh, look at what is her clothes see-through? You'll see a Colombian woman, right? Other than party girls, regular Colombian woman. She got her nice little freakum dress on, body shaped like bam. It ain't see-through, is it? You can't see her panties, can you? Other than pay for play, other than party girls, regular Colombian women, when they put on a freakum dress, meaning a nice mini skirt, you can see those curves, but it ain't see-through, is it? You know how many times I've seen women, sisters come down here to Colombia with some see-through bullshit on? And every time us brothers try to say something like, hey, sister, if you need anything, I'm good. You know what? You right. You good. All skin folk ain't kin folk. All skin folk ain't kin folk. Let's get back to the video.
Getting Jones of women not paying them their worth. But I'm the problem.
She said that you guys are out there. All y'all do is get paid for play, exploiting women who don't know their worth. Just in case you wonder what she just said.
Problem. Yo soy la problema. Yo soy la problema. ¿Cómo estoy? Yo soy la problema. Yo no hace nada. Yo solamente hacer una diferente lengua. No más. Yo se dijo que yo estoy en una diferente place. Yo estoy. No problema. I just said I was from somewhere else I wasn't from.
At least I'm man enough to admit my Spanish ain't that good. This sister gonna sit up here on camera and pretend. Thank you. Thank you. ¿Qué? ¿Cómo? What the heck is she talking?
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, baby.
All my effort.
She brought me some chocolate. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Like, what is she? And for those that know very little Spanish, you assume that what she said made some goddamn no, bro. She kind of like repeated several things over and over again because she was in Colombia for a whole month, so she thinks she learned some shit. These are your queens to be. One of y'all gonna put a ring on that finger, and you gonna try to zoom her to Thailand, just like the other brother did. Right? Como fue? Like, what the? I know. I know. Let's finish this video off. Don't forget, guys, in about 8 minutes, we're all going to be, I'm going to drop the link. We're all 120 of us. All 120. Black Nubians in the building as well. Shout out to you, brother, with the $2 super sticker. Them Canadian boys at it again. All 120 of us are going to head over to El Guapo Beautiful Lies. I've dropped the link so we can all head over there. I'm going to be the special guest tonight at 10:10. And we're going to continue on with this topic in regards to foreign wives do save lives. Why? What do I mean by that real quick? I mean that when you got a foreign wife, you don't have to deal with the American laws anymore. Unless you crazy enough to bring her back to America. When you got a foreign wife, you got somebody that you can learn a whole new culture, you done had enough chicken in your life to where you done had your fried chicken, ain't you? You done had all the macaroni and cheese, the greens, hot water, cornbread, all that, right? When you got a foreign wife, now you get all new recipes to enjoy, a whole new cuisine. When you got a foreign wife, she has not been, if you do it right, she has not been corrupted by the American Me Too or the American keeping up with the Joneses community. There are women that are like this. All you got to do is buy me a nice house. If we got a nice house, damn them Gucci back purses, them Gucci belts, those $300 colognes and perfumes. If you get me a nice house and you take care of our kids, you ain't got to buy me none of that stuff. Now you do it because you want to, because that's your baby. But foreign wives will tell you, if you make sure you got a roof over this family's house, or a roof over the head of this family, you good with us. You ain't gonna hear that in the United States. Women in the United States do not praise men for buying a home. When was the last time you heard a woman say, what type of man do you look for? He need to make 6 figures. So having a roof over your head, that's not the criteria, huh? Foreign wives ain't looking. Many of them are minimalist. Don't spoil me, spoil the family. I'll say that again. Many foreign wives are like this. Don't spoil me, spoil the family. And you are part of the family. Let's continue on with the video.
So who is the real problem? That's it. That's the story time, y'all. That's it. That's all it was. That's all it was. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal until it hit the Twitter. And, it hit dog hollers. Una perro, a dog is gonna holler. And that's what they started doing when it hit the internet. It was like, when you would look them in the face, when I would look them in their faces, you guys, they would look like they saw a ghost. They looked like they saw a ghost when they looked at me, because they knew what they was doing was a problem. And that's the real tea. The real tea is they're going down there, exploiting young women out their jaws, paying them nothing.
I'm done.
Nothingness, because these people are obviously desperate, no jobs, need the money, and they're going down there and exploiting women. So who's the real scammer? Who is the real scammer?
Here we go. That's the end of that video. She said, "You guys are coming. Us guys are coming down and exploiting the women." She was down here in Colombia for a month, according to her. She met no women that were doctors. She noticed none of those women that was downtown going to work in those offices, in all those office buildings. She ain't noticed none of them. All the women that were teachers, that were making sure all the kids were taken care of in school, she ain't noticed none of them. Not none of them. According to her and other women in the United States, everybody, and according to how they talk about women in Thailand, based off the Zoom to Thailand latest videos, every woman in every country is impoverished but the United States. But yet at the same time, if women in the United States were balling so good, why they always begging for your 6 figures? Can you answer me that one? How come every time she's looking for you to come out and you spend $500 at a restaurant that she knows she can't afford to? I could pay for it myself, but go ahead, show me. Show me that you can pay for this $500 meal. Don't show me the money in your bank account. I don't need to see your bank account. Go ahead. We're going to eat, and you take the check. You ain't going to see that. They make it seem like every woman, and I mean every woman, in every country, doesn't matter if she's in Sweden, Switzerland, UK, doesn't matter if she's in Germany, doesn't matter if she's in Australia, if she's in some of the most prominent areas and successful areas of Africa, the continent of Africa, doesn't matter if she's in Japan. According to American women, every woman is broke and impoverished and living in huts except American women. But these are the women that you gonna marry. Oh, I already said foreign wives save lives, and I got a foreign wife. El Guapo got a foreign wife. We realize foreign wives save lives. But y'all go ahead. Here's to all you dudes that decided, F what me and El Guapo talking about. You're going to go ahead and get your American wife anyway. I want to see how that unfolds. It statistically says in the next 7 to 10 years, you got a 50% chance that she's going to take 50% of your stuff. I'm going to say that again before we get ready to head over to Guapos. According to statistics, between the 7 to 10 year window of a marriage in the United States, you got a 50% chance that she's going to file for a divorce and try to take 50% of what you got. So when I say foreign wives save lives, you marry a woman outside the United States, I'm talking about the right woman, not just any woman. You have a better chance. International relationships statistically stay together a lot longer and have a lower divorce rate than marriages of individuals that marry each other and you live in the United States. Let's get ready to wrap this up, guys. I'm about to head over to El Guapos. Let me hit these super chats. My man Tevin in the building. He says, sorry, I'm late. Been busy cleaning my apartment. He said, every happy black man I know is married to a non-black woman. Sad but true, my friend. Now, I can't say every, but some people can. And that's how bad it is. Once again, I'm going to drop the link to El Guapo's Beautiful Lies. I'm on my way over there right now. I want to see all 110 of you guys over there. Make sure you click that like button and that subscribe button on your way out. We're out of here, guys. I see you guys in the live stream with El Guapos right now. So if you just look at the link that's at the bottom of the video, click on it. I'm on my way over there right now. Talk to you guys in a minute. This is Andre and Andre's Love Crossing.